So how you doing? Hey, we're out here and we're going to debut another saw today. This is going to be hopefully my race saw for this class. It's like the 60cc range, the class with the 60cc range. So I did a little trading and so forth with TW down at Dub Saw Shop. Picked up this saw, and the reason is because last year the first place saw at Sawfest was basically kind of one of these. This is kind of like a copy of it. It's not the exact same model, but there's like 6 or 8 models that are basically the same, and this is one of them. I asked DW for the details on this, and to be honest, there's too many details for me to remember off the top of my head. So what I can remember he said is that it's basically like a precursor to the 372, 371 type of saw. If you would look at the cylinder from the inside and stuff, they look pretty much identical. So yeah, I can see where that comes from. But I basically, I wanted to build one of these saws because it's a known high performance, type of saw that would work for a good racing platform. So that's why I wanted to go with it. Now, it is ported, it's machined, it's got all the stuff done, but I might need to go into it and make a couple of tweaks. I kind of left myself a little bit of room that I can take a little bit more if I need to. So I didn't take all that it had. Kind of wanted to leave myself a little room to wiggle with, you know what I mean? Because I got a while here until I'm actually going to race this thing. So, I didn't want to try to nail it first time out of the gate. Plus it's something, even if I do leave it like this, a year from now or whatever, it's something I can go back into and tweak on and possibly try to get a little more out of it. You know what I mean? But this is how it is right now. Now I have not started this saw at all yet. This is going to be the first attempt to fire it up. So this may not work out at all. The bar and chain, the chain is brand spanking new. It's steel RS 3/8 chain. So it is a brand spanking new chain. It is not known to be the fastest chain on the world, but it'll get the job done. At least for today, you know what I mean? So yeah, we machined a bunch out of it. I think in the end I ended up having to take like 90 thousandths, or I can't remember. It's been a couple of weeks, but yeah, I had to take like 90 thousandths or so off of the cylinder base by the time I got done doing all my work. It is machined as a taper top piston with a pop-up. So it's both a taper top and, I shouldn't say taper top, it's like a tapered squish band. So I had to match it with the piston and all that, and I put a pop-up piston in it. So it is that style of build. It's not a flat top piston style build. It is a tapered. And then, of course, my typical style of port work. What else? Now the intake timing on this is a little longer than I would typically prefer. I think it's sitting around 85 degrees of intake timing. The exhaust roof's like 98, and the transfers are the kind of the complicated part. Because if I tell you they're 124, kind of they are, kind of they aren't. So let's just say they're a 98, 124, 85 kind of build. The transfers are kind of, I'd have to get into a little more to kind of explain that, because the numbers on the transfers can be kind of confusing. But yeah, let's go ahead, see if she starts, see if it tunes, and if it tunes and everything checks out, then we're going to put it to wood. So no guarantees yet that we're going to be cutting wood, but we're at least going to try, right? So this is the first attempt and getting her fired up. So here we go. Hopefully this works out, right? She did pump up pretty good on compression. It's still not that crazy, you know what I mean? how easy it started. I still haven't done any tuning yet. Hopefully all I gotta do is tune up the high speed circle a little bit and we're good to go. Let's see what happens. There she is. Even got my muffler mod on it, right? So I got some tweaks to do. Let me explain. All right, so she's getting the job done for certain. I didn't think to check beforehand. That's definitely a governed carburetor. I could lean it out as far as I wanted and it was still pulling fuel. Definitely a governed carburetor. And it actually wants to be a little leaner than what it is now. You may not have picked it up on the video, but it's got some, it's breaking up just a touch in the cut. So it is a little on the fat side right now. We'll get that though. It doesn't hurt to have it a little on the fat side for your first runs, you know what I mean? What else? She runs pretty good. She's pretty strong. I can tell it's just a little rich on the tune is all. And it'll probably pick up a little bit here as we run it. The rings aren't seated at all. So there's going to be some ring seating going on here. I can kind of tell in the way it's running and behaving that it's going to need some, run time, which we will do here in the future. We'll see how she goes, and I'm pretty happy with it right now. So, hey, we'll see how she progresses and go from there. Alrighty, so, hey, hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.